Because when a dude says, I love you, here's gonna be your words. Prove it. Prove it. God demonstrated his love in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for me. If God can demonstrate love, boo-boo, you need to demonstrate love. You love me? Prove it. You love me? Keep your hands off me. You love me? Don't touch me inappropriately. You love me? Don't ask me to send you nudes. You love me? Get good grades so you can get a job. You love me? Talk to my parents about dating me. You love me? Be accountable to somebody. You love me? You don't love me. You love yourself. You love your flesh. Don't say you love me. You love me? Take a shower. Every day.
All right, ladies, you ready? Do not teach a man to be your man. Don't ask him to show you off. Don't ask him to text you. Do not ask him to care about you or bring you random flowers. Do not ask him to plan dates. The right man will know exactly what to do and when to do it.
You see, a man will not marry somebody he's cool with. He's not going to marry somebody that he likes. Just because I like you don't mean I'm going to marry you. You will not impress him with your looks. Your looks will get him to look, but afterwards he'll look the other way. Because as good as you think you look, there's another lady that looks just as good as you, if not better. Have you ever noticed that there are men who will marry a woman that looks less good because the true beauty in who she is the fact that she challenges him to be a better person? You see, there's not one man in here who will marry a woman just because she looked good and just because she got a nice smile, just because, nah, that's not why he's marrying you. He's marrying you because one day he sat on a bed and he said, this woman makes me want to do something real. This woman makes me want to have kids. This woman makes me want to have a business, have a job, get my money right, get it together. That's what relationship is all about. You see, relationship is not friendship. Friendship is just courting, but relationship is partnership.
If you have to argue with your man every day over the same thing, or if you have to constantly tell him the right thing to do, it's time to let him go. I don't care how long y'all been rocking or how deep in love you think you are. If that man can't treat you how you should be treated, then leave his ass alone. Y'all females put up with a whole lot of crap and go through so much because your loyalty and feelings run so deep. But you gotta say forget it and move on. Most dudes never grew up, and you can't change someone that doesn't want to change themselves.
When I see a flag in a relationship next time, recognize it as a flag. Don't think, oh, that's just a shadow. That's a flag. And when I look back at our relationship, I saw the flags. I love this man so much that I made up in my mind it wasn't a flag. A flag is when I would confront him about something, he would take that and, turn it back on me. And somehow make me insecure or needy for asking all these questions. And as a woman, I have a right to know. If I'm your committed partner, I have a right to know where you were at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that doesn't make me insecure.
No. You don't keep letting him back into your life just because you love him so much. He has continually rejected you, betrayed you, lied to you, but every time he comes back, typically right before you move on, you open the door again. This is actually likely because if you quit now, he wins and you lose. All of your time, energy, and forgiveness becomes worthless. You know how terrible they are, and your ego can't lose to such a loser. So you let him back in because you're trying to win. You're trying to remark your territory. You're trying to prove to him and to yourself that you're good enough, or at least better than whoever else that they've been messing with. You will continue to lose as long as you are still trying to win.
Sometimes a man don't love you. He just love how you love him.
Why do you keep messaging him, sending him those big long emails? I get it. You want them to know how much they hurt you. You know what? They absolutely know. They knew when they did it and they know it now. But the truth is, they just don't care. Please don't message them. Stop sending them those big long paragraphs after they've hurt you. Take your dignity and move on.
If a guy stops texting you, do this. Firstly, don't be alarmed. A slow response doesn't mean he's pulling back. Sometimes life gets in the way, so give him a little bit of time. If, however, he never responds, this is just a clear sign that he's not your guy. The reason you feel anxious is because you put an expectation on something that hasn't happened yet, or someone who hasn't delivered yet. So instead, remove the expectation and allow the right person to step up and the wrong people to step aside. If you like this tip, follow for more.
If your partner's bringing stuff up that happened like a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago over and over, it's because that hasn't healed yet. It's a lot like debt. You know, just because you say sorry over and over doesn't mean that the debt has been paid. And the reality is that you can't. You can't go back and change events that happened in the past. So two things need to happen. On your end, it's listening to each of those events and how those events impacted your partner without getting defensive, and then making practical steps to change patterns of behavior that you both find to be unhelpful. And then on the other end, if you're the other partner on this, it's important for you to actually offer genuine forgiveness and to don't hold them to things they did in the past, and to set appropriate boundaries if there's patterns of behavior that they're not changing.